Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have another DIY birthday party set up for you guys. We are currently living in a space that has a really small eating space, and so there was really not a lot of room to decorate. I kind of just wanted to show you guys how I decorated, how I made the cake, how I made his t-shirt, and his little reaction at the end of all of it. If you would like to see how I put together his decorations, cake, and shirt for my 2-year-old's second birthday party, then just keep watching. So here I am just starting with the cake. I am making the cake per the directions on the box. I picked out a confetti cake because my 2-year-old doesn't really like chocolate, and I thought the confetti cake would kind of go good with the theme that we've got going on. The theme this year is Minions. He has been obsessed with Minions, so we are going to make him a nice little Minion cake. After the cakes have cooled for a little bit, I think I let them cool for about like an hour, I am going to take them out of their pans and I am going to do the crumb coat. So as I mentioned in my other birthday party video, the crumb coat is kind of like where you just put the icing on top of the first layer of cake, and it doesn't have to be neat, it doesn't have to be thick, it's kind of just to lock the crumbs in place so that whenever you do the final layer you don't have crumbs all over the top of your cake. So I decided that on the inside of the cake I wanted the icing to be blue, so I picked out a regular blue food coloring as well as a neon blue, and I was actually pretty bummed to find out that there was actually no neon blue in its little container. It looked like it was full, but I guess it was just dried up. So I ended up just using the dark blue, but I only used enough to make the icing a light blue color. So here I am just frosting the cake, and you can see that I'm frosting the entire first layer before I put the second layer on top, and this is so you don't just have a cake layer on top of a cake layer. You want to have that icing in there to kind of break it up and make it a little bit more sweet. As you can see, it's nothing too special, nothing super thick or fancy. It is just to lock the crumbs in place. After leaving this in the fridge overnight, I am waking up the next morning and getting ready to do the second layer of icing, leaving the crumb coat in the fridge overnight helps that portion of the icing harden up so that whenever you are going to put the second layer on, they don't mix together. And yeah, so I am just mixing the frosting with yellow food coloring, and I just went to town. I just poured in as much as I could to make the yellow as I could. It wasn't as bright as I would have liked it, but the cake still turned out pretty cute, so a win is a win. So here you can kind of see how the icing from the top is dripping down the sides. I don't really like that look, so I'm just going to take a butter knife and smooth around the edges so that it looks more put together and the gloops are gone. And that definitely made it look a little bit more, I don't want to say professional, but not a hot mess. So here I am just using the pointed side of a skewer, and I am drawing the outline of what I want to decorate on the top of the cake. I am just going to be making a minion face, so his goggle and a smile. Something super simple. I didn't want to get too crazy, so after I drew the outline of it, then I was able to go in with the black icing and the white icing and make the minion's face. For this next part, I am just taking a little bit of the icing on the other end of the skewer that's not the pointed side, and then I'm just filling in the smile line that I created earlier. The icing tube that I had was just too big. The opening was too big, so it would have made a hot mess smile, so this was just the easiest way to get that done. Then I am going to go in with this blue cupcake icing that comes with the different tips on the top. I am going to take the one that kind of looks like the star, and I am going to put that all around the base of the cake. This just kind of adds more dimension to the cake. I picked blue because it's like the overalls for the minions, but then it also helps to hide those imperfections on the sides of the cake that I was showing earlier. And here we have our minion cake all done. Super simple, straight to the point, nothing over the top, but I really like how he turned out. So next I am going to make his shirt. I just picked up this little pack of paintbrushes from Walmart, I believe, and I also got some Apple Barrel Jet Black acrylic paint. I think this was matte finish, not too sure. But then I did order this Minion t-shirt off of Amazon, and all I'm going to do is put the number 2 on the back. ever since my 9-year-old was younger. I think from about the time he was 1 to 5, I would always either make a birthday shirt or put the birthday year on the back of the shirt. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do for my next 2 youngest kids as well, just kind of keep up the tradition. So I am putting a magazine inside the shirt, and then I am going to trace out what I want the 2 to look like. On the back, I'm just using a black pen. I did want to draw a 2 and then have the 2 kind of holding up a peace sign, but it was late, I was tired, so I just did the 2. Somehow I lost the footage of me actually outlining the 2 with the black paint, but I just used a very thin paintbrush to do the outlining, and I tried to keep it as not messy as possible, I guess you would say, because I wasn't coming in with a puffy paint afterwards to do the outlining. So I did want to take my time and do it as nice as possible, but then I am just going in with this flatter brush and painting the inside of the 2. So here is where we are getting into the actual decorating. So first I'm going to move all the Christmas decorations down that we have up. The place we are living in right now is a townhome, and it actually has a very small living / dining / kitchen area. It's literally like all one room. So this year for decorations, we had to go very minimal, but I felt like the decorations that I picked out really accentuated the space and made it seem like it was a little party space, even though there was barely anything. So I picked some, it was like the background was like shiny Hawaiian grass skirt looking material for the wall, and then I got some of the danglies that hang from the ceiling, and then a happy birthday banner. So really that is all I am using to actually decorate this space. And yeah, this was a hot mess to open the first time. The second package I did a lot better, but you have to be careful when you're unraveling these and whenever you are hanging them up, because they tear extremely easily. I think I tore this one like twice, but I was just able to tape it back together once I taped it to the wall. But yeah, so this is what I used for the background. It's mostly supposed to go in doorways, but it looked really nice on the wall once I layered 2 of them together. When I opened the package for the little dangly things, I was actually surprised to find 2 sets in there, so I ended up with 6 total. I only ended up using 5 of them, and I kind of staggered them throughout the little tabletop area that we have. So that is what I am doing here. So this is how everything ended up looking with the little background and the dangly things. I thought it looked really cute and really put together for such a small space. I also lost footage of me initially hanging up the happy birthday banner, but here I am just moving it down a little bit and making it look a little bit more centered. I am a low-key perfectionist and had to get it as perfect as possible. Then I am just going to put his little presents on the table, and then my husband is going to bring home the balloons and everything's going to be put together. But this is the small space, minimal decorations put together, and he loved it. He thought it was so cute, and I actually think it looks really good as well. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jackson. Happy birthday to you.
Good job.
Good job. Yay!